pulls it down. Open on a wing is Hill. Now Laettner working on Howard.
Grant Hill inside. Good body by Voskuhl.
But right back into the hands of Grant Hill. Played on the Pan Am team this summer. Played on the team along with Thomas Hill and Christian Laettner.
Well, this Duke team blazing from the foul line this year as a team, shooting 77%. Nice play.
Laettner read it out, though.
Boy, Howard was wide open. A lob it's in a little higher.
Ryan Davis comes under and scores.
Full court after made baskets. 1-2, 1-1. Now Howard and Weber can finish on the other end with the lob.
They try it. Trying to tip it in, did Weber. Davis starts the fast break to Hurley. He'll use the glass, yes. And the Fab Five, as they call them, the freshmen at Michigan. Weber, Rose, and Howard on the floor right now, all starters. And then Jimmy King and Ray Jackson, both out of Texas.
Now, Jim, four, and for the first time in recruiting history, four of that group were McDonald's All-Americans. No team ever had four on before.
Hurley will take the 18-footer.
Fatigue coming in, and I'm talking about emotional fatigue more than physical for the freshmen. The fact that your energy level gets up so high, you need that second breath. Steve Fisher may have to go to the bench early.
Nice move. Halley driving to 27 on the season from the line.
Led the ACC in free throw shooting 2 years ago and has consistently been over 80% as a collegiate player.
Voskuhl dumps it into Weber, who jams it. And a foul.
Ability inside to catch the ball with two hands and go up quicker than the defense. See how quickly he's able to deliver that basketball right to the goal. Great hands by this young man. And takes it in there even
long. Gets a profitable bounce. Weber averaging 18 a game. Hurley takes the three.
And got hit.
Yep. 4-point opportunity.
As was Christian Laettner. McCafferty was really not a three-point shooter. Kind of like that 15 to 18-foot jumper. Look at how well Hurley stays with that shot, even though the defender's right in his fence somewhat.
Laettner on the foul, Billy, his first. And Howard right over it.
Well, it wasn't exactly a post-man lob, but it was a two big postmen passing so well on the interior.
Antonio Lang is in for the Blue Devils, replacing Brian Davis.
And there's that Michigan team dropping way back inside.
Oh, Howard lost his footing in the easy move that Laettner often does with so much success.
Here we see Christian Laettner driving right on the lane, using that left hand. An awful lot of conversation taking place.
Not rest for the game. He's on the bench. The streak closed. Weber. Oh, he's strong
good
kid, isn't he? Yep.
Boy,
we're going against the Chicago Bulls.
Well, Marty Clark, you talk about great high school All-American. Marty Clark was a McDonald's All-American. I mean, you don't play on this floor unless you probably coach.
80%
That's
almost.
unbelievable. And only he and John Wooden have ever led a team 4 straight years to the Final Four as coaches. There have been other teams, but only 2 coaches.
Laettner over Riley, and he gets the roll.
The big game last year against Duke down in Durham, and really gives a lot of depth to the inside play of Michigan.
Riley had 17 points and 10 rebounds in that 7-point loss at Cameron. Freddie Hunter in also for the Wolverines. Weber,
oh, beautiful fake.
Nice soft touch.
He can have his hands full there.
King went high for it, but what a rebound pulled down by Grant Hill. Now trailing the play, setting up Thomas.
Good defense by Hunter.
Thomas Hill on the board. Backcourt scoring, a 10-point edge for Duke. Hurley with 10 points. Same goes for Laettner. It's the largest lead for the Blue Devils, 11.
Well, they're going to give Davis a shot. He didn't mind taking it from there.
And he had 1 foot inside. Replaced by Antonio Lang as we look at the teams that have been able to repeat as national champions. Last performed by UCLA when they had that stretch. 73.
Oh, great tap that time by Weber.
Jimmy King has come in to replace Michael Talley. And look out. Laettner gets it over on a wing, and Hurley will take the jumper.
Now there again.
Clark hits 2. And the largest lead of the game now at 17 points.
Let's see if they don't try to get this ball to Weber, son. They should.
Eric Meek working on Juwan Howard. 2 freshmen. In the corner, King with a 3.
Good defense.
Jalen Rose with the 3 fouls. He stops the dribble. Cross court to Voskuhl. 3-pointer. Back-to-back for Michigan. He's got 7 rebounds, Juwan Howard.
And Duke goes to the zone as well.
Skip it over to Voskuhl.
Voskuhl, a pretty good standstill jump shooter from out there.
King, who's hit 1 of these, and now 3 in a row, off 9 unanswered.
Show you what kind of player Jimmy King is. There you can see the zone for Michigan. 2-3, matching up. Good defense.
Antonio Lang, pull up. That was a 2, short, and Hill has it.
A little bit of impatience there.
Duke with 4 starters on the floor, plus Antonio Lang. Grant Hill is on the bench with 3 fouls.
Michigan goes back to the man-to-man.
And Brian Davis. Hurley both signaled that it was a 3, but it's a 2. Foot was on the line.
See Jimmy King going way down the corner. Voskuhl on one wing, King on the other. Good power game down inside.
Look out!
Oh! Jimmy, I would say Duke is cracking a little bit, Jim, not the young Michigan players. Boy, that was a beautifully executed play. And you'll notice it goes right over Christian Laettner. Jimmy King coming all the way from the corner.
10 on the shot clock.
But Michigan showing zone.
Thomas Hill baseline jumper.
Beautiful shot.
4 for Hill. Michael Talley.
Oh, what a drive. What a drive.
Right at the buzzer. And add 2 to the national champs have the basketball to start the second half.
Straight man-to-man. Same kind of matchup we started the game. I think Duke ought to get that ball to Grant Hill and try to get Rose out of the game. And there they go. Right off the bat. Go.
Ball is tipped.
Not a good pass by Grant Hill.
Tried to save it. Here's Jalen Rose.
Lob.
Pull up. Soft touch.
So it's a good job by Rose to pull up.
Rose averages 18. Those were his first 2 points of the game.
Kind of interesting, Jim, you talk about averaging. Rose and Weber averaging exactly the same amount. Coming into this ball game the other day was the first time that Weber has ever played in a game when one of his teammates scored more points than he did, dating all the way back to 8th grade.
Well, a moment ago, Grant Hill hit a jumper. Here's Voskuhl. That's the 2. Yes, Billy, the game against Chicago State.
Right.
Rose led in scoring. Weber hasn't seen that happen for, well, like I said, 8th grade, when they knew each other, in fact. There's an open man, and Grant Hill has 3 buckets to start the second.
Really defensively, and he'll probably stay with that matchup.
Howard leaning and misusing the glass that time. The right idea.
Hurley will have real problems if King goes down inside.
Rose gives it up inside to Weber. 5 Michigan.
Solid screen coming up here by Christian Laettner. Nice little hedge that time by Howard to prevent Hurley from going around.
Laettner now driving. And
Suspended can post you up. Rose and King, in addition to the big guys, can post you up for Michigan. And, of course, both Hills and Davis can post you up for these the open court. Played on 2 state championship teams here in the state of Michigan.
Hurley gives it up. Now Grant Hill.
Nice job by Voskuhl on Grant Hill.
In the lane, Grant Hill dunks at the other end.
Again, it's Michigan in football. What is it? Both went to the Rose Bowl. Duke,
oh, yeah, sure.
Duke 50 years of there. It goes. Good step out by Lang.
Underneath again, Weber. They almost dumped it right out of the basket. And week, Duke number 1, Arizona right behind. 2 teams from the West, in fact, 2-3. Ohio State, Big Ten at 4. Carolina and Utah.
They had already used up about 15 seconds in the 45.
Marty Clark defending on Rose. He'll shoot the jumper over. And Rose underneath.
He sees Weber down there, wanted to throw the lob to him, even from full length of the court.
Bosco.
You've got Riley on Laettner. Bad pass, turnover.
Michigan has the numbers. Here's Talley. Michigan within 1. Another steal. The Wolverines can take the lead from the number 1 team in the country.
There's Weber.
Chris Weber and Michigan move in front. Laettner silences him with a 3.
Was going to come in for Weber. Steve Fisher wanting to give Weber a rest down the stretch here. Keep Riley in the ball game. Jalen Rose is now playing a forward spot. He stayed out of foul trouble ever since those 3 that he picked up in the first half. Pretty nice defense by Weber on Grant Hill.
Laettner really wants it. He's been
Left
calling
hand.
for it. Yep.
Boy, super down low.
He had 17, Duke by 3.
He's some kind of competitor, isn't he?
Biggest heart in college basketball. Rose on the drive. The kid who was really out of it in the first half with 3 personal fouls, picking up confidence.
You can see Laettner now walking down the court. He is really tired. Nobody inside right now for Duke. Grant Hill wanted the lob.
Grant Hill, strong second half continues. 10.5, 13 in the game.
Grant Hill had made a move as if he was going for the lob and then had to pull back. It's a nice move on his part. Laettner down there with Weber again. Be a good idea to go into him.
The 3. Oh, gets the bounce to tie it. Fab Five in the top 4 you see on that list are on the floor right now. Weber, Rose, Howard, and King. Baseline.
Not a good shot.
Forced that one for sure. And Howard lets him reset.
Rose looking for Weber.
And Rose for Laettner in this one to tie the game 67 all.
Gives Duke a chance to press. Was effective in the first half with the press.
Jalen Rose in the middle. Rose over Laettner.
To guard somebody on this possession.
Got 12 on the shot clock.
It doesn't look like Howard's even looking for the ball.
3-pointer Weber.
Oh! That's the thing legends are made out of. Grant Hill right in his face.
Hurley.
Oh, how about that, young man?
Duke needs a 3 to tie. Will they go for the 3 or the 2, Billy?
I think they'll go down inside. I'd get the ball to Grant Hill again.
Laettner takes the 3, and Grant Hill saves it. Right to Hurley, another 3. And he was fouled. Hey, Billy,
taking a 3, he gets 3 shots. But the point is that he took a shot from outside the 3, and that's why he's going to get 3.
He can tie it with all three. 2 free throws away from tying it with 32 seconds to go.
You know, it really...
Well, he made 2 on the previous trip. Shaken off the pain from an injury in the game's final minutes to tie it.
They don't have any more timeouts.
Oh, what's he doing? Right to...
Oh, and a block.
What a call this is. Duke basketball.